welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kyla and welcome to the Upside Down Readathon. I am so excited to be participating in this readathon this year. I don't remember why I wasn't able to or why I didn't last year, but I have been waiting for this one to come up again. I love Stranger Things, love Stranger Things. I'm so sad we are not getting another season for a while. It's devastating. It really is devastating. But we can give all of the vibes during this readathon, so that's exactly what I plan to do. This readathon is put on by 4 booktubers slash bookstagrammers. We have Liv from Liv's Library, Kendall from Bookphoria, Jordan from Sorry Booked Solid, and Naomi from Naomi's Library. I will have them all linked below. They have done such an incredible job with this readathon. The visuals for it are just screaming all of the 80s vibes. I am so here for it, and I freaking love the prompts. So let's go over the prompts and what I'm going to be reading for this readathon. So the first prompt is ego, which obviously I just love that. If you know from season 1, you know. So it's to read a book with food on the cover, and for this one I'm going to be reading At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities by Heather Weber. This is a magical realism that I've been wanting to get to. I read Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe last month and really enjoyed it, and I've been wanting to get to this one and I just haven't yet, so I'm going to include on this one as a beautiful coffee cup, which technically is a drink, but I'm counting it as food on the cover. I'm obsessed, and I love that it has the magical elements to it as well. The second one is Trick or Treat. So it's to read a book that takes place during the fall or Halloween, which I am going to kind of double up on this one because one of the other things is to pick a buddy read. So the 4 hosts have chosen books and you can choose which one you are going to buddy read. I chose to go with Liv's pick, which is Whispering Pines by Heidi Lang and Katie Bartowski. This takes place during the fall in New England, which there is nothing better. I live in New England. Let me tell you, there is nothing better than fall in New England, and I'm very excited. So this one takes place, I believe, in Connecticut. I believe our main character has just moved to Connecticut and it is fall, so I'm counting it as this one as well as doing the buddy read for this. All I know about this one is that we are following our main character Ray, and I believe this is a middle grade. I think this counts as a middle grade. We are following our main character Ray. Her father has disappeared and she believes that he is taken, but no one else believes her. And then after years and years, they think that they need a fresh start, so her mom picks her up, moves her to Connecticut, and they move to Whispering Pines, but Whispering Pines is not a normal town. That's as far as I got in the synopsis, and that's as far as I choose to read. I just don't want to know anything else going into it. It seems like it's going to give the perfect vibe, and I've heard that this is being compared to Stranger Things, or not compared, but saying if you're a fan of Stranger Things, you'll enjoy this, so I'm very excited to get to this one. The third prompt is Battle of the Starcourt Mall, and it's to read a book with nostalgic vibes, and for this one I chose to read You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight. This takes place at a summer camp, and it's kind of the people there are final girls, and they go through and it's a horror summer camp vibe or whatever, but nothing screams nostalgia like summer camp, so I chose to go with it because of this one. I've been wanting to read it. It's a YA horror. It's going around right now. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I'm a YA horror gal, so I'm curious to see my take on it. But I just love the idea of a haunted summer camp. I just think that's really cool. I would hate it I would hate it. I do not like haunted house things or like attractions or whatever. I don't like to be scared like that. I'm the one that like will look down the entire time, but I like the idea of reading about it, and it gives the nostalgic vibes because of summer camp, so that's what I'm going with that. And the last one is Vecna, and it's to read a book with a haunted house vibe or whatever. Now technically I don't know if this counts as like a haunted house. I was gonna go with the September house, but my hold at the library just did not come off, so we're gonna have to put that one aside for now. But I decided to go with City of Ghosts by V.E. Schwab. I have had this on my shelf and I've been wanting to read it. This is her middle grade series, and I think because we have a City of Ghosts, it totally counts. I don't know where the haunted house vibe is going to come in, if at all, but I do know that it takes place in Edinburgh, Scotland, and like the vibes of that, I just know the atmosphere in here is going to be impeccable. And I believe we have things like, you know, she goes around to like different castles and things like that. So like the haunted house vibes could come in with like haunted castles, which I just think is really cool. Is that a bit of a stretch? Maybe, but like I'm counting it and I'm choosing a TBR, so that's what we're going with. I'm actually excited that I have 2 middle grades on here because I've been wanting to read more middle grade. I know that sounds funny coming from a 30-something-year-old adult, but like there's just something about spooky middle grades. They're fun, okay? And like I'm not an extreme horror gal, so like I like when I can get spooky but also have a bit of fun with it. So I'm excited to get both of these. I believe there's like pictures in here too, which is really cool. And if I know anything about V.E. Schwab, I know the writing in here is going to be impeccable, and if I like it, then I will continue in the series. I actually found this at a used bookstore like forever ago, so I'm excited to get to it. And yeah, so that is my TBR for the week here. I believe I have the audios for most of these, if not all of them, so that's very exciting. And yeah, let's just go ahead and go to the upside down. After 3 weeks, literally it's been 3.5 weeks, my order from Abercrombie has finally arrived. That's ridiculous, okay? That is just too much. Too much. Anyways, I ordered some jeans because I was looking through my jeans and my pants and realized I have all cropped pants and jeans. I literally have one pair of skinny jeans that are like full length. Besides that, none of my pants are full length. They're all cropped, which is like fine. Good for some looks, not good for others. And also like winter, you know? Anyways, so I ordered some jeans. The TikTok girlies convinced me to order the Curve Love 90 straight. Will they work on my body type? I do not know. Will they fit? That we're gonna find out. I ordered my normal size, but I did order a regular and a short. I'm 5'3", so I'm short, but I also have longer legs, so I'm like mostly legs, short torso. So sometimes the short doesn't actually work for me. Sometimes it ends up being too short because I have longer legs, but I don't even know if my normal size is what I should have gone with. I do have a pair of shorts from Abercrombie that are my normal size, but I don't know if that's the same for jeans. So like this could end up being an epic fail even after 3.5 weeks. But I figured I would document it just in case it ends up being a win, or if it ends up being a fail. And then, you know, like I can say, hey, no, I definitely should have gone down a size, so that you know. So yeah, I did say I went with the Curve Love, right? Went with Curve Love. I'm a curvy girl. I definitely carry more weight in like my hips area and like my thighs. So I went with the Curve Love. Again, I don't know if the straight is gonna work for me. I definitely know it's going to look different at first because I am a millennial, so like I'm used to skinny jeans or like flares, but back in the day, straight legs were like mom jeans, if you know what I mean. But like we're branching out, we're trying new things. I also got a pair of shoes that I am so excited about. I will show you. Oh my god. But anyways, let's talk about the jeans. So we're gonna open them up, see if they actually are the color that I was hoping they would be. You never know on the website. I went with like a hopefully a medium-ish wash, but we're gonna find out together. Okay, so this color works. This is good. This is step one. Great. It's definitely like, oh, it's showing up so blue on camera. My camera picks up blues so much. I definitely need to work on the settings a little bit, on the coloring. But these are like just a basic denim blue. If I hold them back here, you can kind of tell. Anyways, so these are the regular. Let's try on the short first. I also, like, don't know about, like, the stretch or whatever. Like, no one ever talks about these things. A tiny... Oh, no, there's a good amount of stretch there. There's good. They smell horrible. Alright, let's try them on. Well, fit-wise, waist-wise, they're good. High waters. Hello. Ankles. Let's try on the regular. I am happy to report we have a winner. Thank goodness, man. That would have totally sucked. Also, like, let's ignore the mirror situation. I wish I had a cuter mirror. I don't. It's just this. Anyways. So here we are. These are actually the regular. So they're, like, perfect length. They literally, like, hit at all the right places. I would not be able to wear, like, heels with them. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. Waist-wise, they are perfect. Like, amazing. Butt-wise, so cute. Hello. TikTok, you know, sometimes you just gotta listen to the TikTok girlies, okay? As a 30-something-year-old lady, sometimes you just have to listen to the TikTok girls. Do I think that they look a little bit strange at first? Yes, because I'm a millennial who grew up in the skinny jeans era. But I'm excited. These are so freaking comfortable. I do think they're going to stretch out a little bit. So, like, I feel like people did go down a size to, like, have that really, like, snatched in look, y'all. We have 30-year-old lower body parts here, so we are sticking with normal size. And they work. They're very cute. I approve. Anyways, so let's do a little tuck on the tee, shall we? Cute. This is like the perfect vibe for just like throwing on an oversized sweatshirt and like, oh wait. And some slides. Hell yeah. These are not the shoes I was gonna show you, but this works. I'm so happy. So I went with my normal size. I am 5'3", but I have long legs. As you can see, I am like short torso. All legs. So the regular is what works for me. And I can like cuff them up at the bottom or whatever, but they work for like flat shoes. But oh my god, let me show you the shoes I got. Can report they are comfortable to sit in as well. Okay, so I ordered some shoes. This is not something I typically do. I do not order shoes. However, I own a lot of sneakers, but not actually like shoes. That makes sense. Like, I have those boots and my slides, and that's it besides sneakers. So I wanted to order some shoes, but like I was like, I'm not really like a flats girl, and I like when there's like a bit of edge to an outfit. I like to add a bit of edge, whether that's with jewelry. I wanted to get a pair of these last year, but I was like, I don't know, they're kind of trendy. Like, will I still like them in a year or whatever? So I didn't end up doing it. And honestly, like, I do like to follow trends, but not to like the extreme, really. Like, I have my own personal style. If a trend works into that, great. But if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna let it go by the wayside or whatever. Like, are these jeans trendy? Yes, but like, they're also just a basic pair of jeans. So like, I know I will have them in my closet for a long time, regardless of like if the style goes out. I'm gonna still wear them because that's just how I roll. This is the kind of thing that was like a trend, but I was like, you know what, I really like the style, and like, I like a bit of edge. Some people are gonna think these are hideous, and that is okay, because we all have our own personal style. I, on the other hand, freaking love them. Anyways, I got a pair of chunky loafers. Stop it. I am literally so obsessed with these. I went ones with like a gold buckle, so they were a little bit elevated, shall we say, a little bit more classy, adult. In my mind, that made sense. But like these with these jeans and like a chunky sweater, are you kidding me? But also with like a crop jean, yes, with socks. Yes, I just love the perfect like chunk on them. They're so cute. I love the buckle. I just think that's perfect. Plus I wear a lot of gold jewelry, so I just feel like that'll tie in really well. They are ridiculously comfortable. I got these off Amazon because I was like, I'm not about to spend hundreds of dollars on like designer ones, because I want to see if I like make them work in my wardrobe really well. If I wear these out, maybe I'll do that next time. But I got these off Amazon. I have been doing research literally for a year. So I've been waiting and waiting, watching reviews, seeing what people say, waiting till I found like the right ones with like the right buckles that I wanted. And I like that it's like, I don't know, kind of comes thinner in the middle. Anyways, these are comfortable without socks, which is a plus. They're actually like super comfortable and like really bendy. They're not like super stiff because they're not real leather, obviously. They smell terrible as well. Why is that? Like, anyways, they are super comfortable without socks, but like I think they'll look really cute. There's like just enough room where I can wear them with socks as well, and that'll still be a look. They also have like a really good tread on the bottom. I didn't want ones that were like super slick or whatever, because obviously I'm going to be wearing them mostly in the fall and winter time, although I would love to style them in the summer too. But I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, okay? Well, I know they're not everybody's cup of tea. These are my cup of tea, okay? This is like where I would add edge to an outfit. I cannot wait to style these, so you will see those in upcoming videos. Oh my god, I cannot wait. These are so stinking fun. I'm so excited. Who is she? Who is she? Anyways, that concludes my little haul situation. I do have one more item of clothing coming to like add to my wardrobe. I don't shop very often when it comes to like adding to my wardrobe. I do it kind of seasonally, and like I'll add a piece or two if I feel like something's missing, or it felt like something was missing last year. So that's kind of where this came in. But I did order a sweatshirt from Darling Desi. I ordered the Autumn Enthusiast sweatshirt, but it has not come yet because obviously small business, and I'm sure she got inundated with orders, so we're patiently waiting for that one. That I don't care if it takes months to come because she's a gem and she's incredible. But Abercrombie, it was really just FedEx is the issue. It wasn't even Abercrombie, it was FedEx. We've collectively decided that FedEx is the worst. Anyways, I'm gonna go put these away, change out of these jeans because it's actually too warm to be wearing them today, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I will update you on my reading in a little bit. Hello, friends. It has literally been over a year since I've gotten my hair done, or actually just about a year since I've gotten my hair done. It's ridiculous. It's like, it's so grown out, but there's literally zero shape to it whatsoever. It's just all one length because I was growing out a lob. And yeah, my gray streak is out of control. So we're gonna try to blend her in and just make fall through up on my head. That's really what I'm going for here. It sounds ridiculous, but really though, we need to do something about this. So this is a before. Next time you see me, it's gonna be looking so much better. I love it. I'm home. Feels so good. It looks so dark inside, but it's actually a lot lighter outside. But she blended in some blonde so that my grays weren't as crazy, and also evened it out on the other side. But oh my god, I love it. Also gave me a haircut that was beyond needed. Can't really tell right now because it's wild and curly, but oh my god, I'm so happy with it. I also just feel like it is obviously making my eyes pop like crazy. That was the one thing that I was everything about my hair is washing me out. It just is not working for me. I mean, my makeup looks crazy right now because some of it was scrubbed off during the process, but my eyes were I feel like I was just brought back to life. So, oh my god. It feels so good to be done. I'm beyond stoked. Whoa, this is camera shock. I mean, I know I already showed you what my hair looks like, but seeing it in this viewfinder, it looks so dark in here. I promise you, it's really not that dark, but anyways, I wanted to give you a reading update because it's been a couple of days since I actually talked about any books in this readathon, which I mean, it's fine. It's fine. So, we've had some developments in my reading this week. Some good, some bad. I decided to DNF At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities by Heather Weber, not because it was bad per se, but I just read Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by her. They are carbon copy books of each other. I'm realizing that she has a very similar pattern where we have our main protagonist who is moving back to this small town for whatever reason and has to take employment at this small business, whether it was cafe, coffee shop, whatever. And some magical things start happening, some things about family are developing and that kind of thing. They're very similar plots. So I just felt like I had already read this book. I had just read it last month. Even though they are different books, and I'm sure they would probably end up being obviously a little bit different at the end because we have different characters, different families, and that kind of thing, but the general gist of everything was pretty similar, and so I decided to DNF it. Is it a DNF forever? No. I just think it's a DNF for now. Just reading two books that are so similar back to back, not the smartest idea. I didn't know that was I didn't know that about her books, so now that I know, make sure to space them out a lot further. So we have DNF there, not because it was terrible, just because too similar. And then I listened to You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight, and that one I'm gonna end up giving 3 stars. I was going to update you kind of halfway through, but it was actually a really fast audiobook, so between 2 walks I finished it, so I was I'll just give you a review of it. And yeah, I'm gonna land I think on a 2.5 or a 3 for this one. I am realizing that kind of slashery horror is not really my jam, and I should have known that because it's not really my jam in movies really either. Like, I like Scream, but I'm not like super into slashers, and I just feel like they don't translate as well. Like, if I'm gonna do that, I would rather watch a movie, even though I'm like the biggest pussy in the world when it comes to scary movies. I really am. But I would rather watch it than like read about it. This is my second YA horror that has taken place at some sort of camp, and both of them, the other one was The Honeys, and both of them ended up going in one direction with this one trope, and it just felt like, again, like I've read this before, even though it was a little bit different at the end there. Like, the tropes and like the twists and like the whodunit of it all was very similar, and I just was like, oh, I've kind of read this story before. It's not anything new to me. Didn't really feel like super original at all. It just felt very campy. Pun intended. I mean, it was fun. I liked the main character at all. It read really quickly. The writing wasn't anything like amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. It was just kind of like standard writing. It grabbed my attention. I was curious at the beginning. I wanted to know where it was going. The horror was good. It was like just gory enough for my taste. It is YA, so it was just gory enough for like my taste, where it wasn't like super disgusting. It was like just borderline there. With just like a little bit of spook or whatever, especially around like the summer camp vibes. Like, I feel like summer camp can already be a little spooky, or at least some of them. And so already having those vibes too, but again, the ending just like fell flat for me, and it just wasn't anything like new, original, groundbreaking. Also, I just felt like our main character is black, and then they have this incident where this woman comes to the camp, this white woman comes to the camp with a shotgun and is like threatening all of the teenagers at the camp with this shotgun, and there are multiple people of color in this group, and the sheriff just takes the white woman away, puts her in the back of the police car, doesn't even like take her gun away from her or anything like that. It's just very much like nonchalant or whatever. You know that if that had been a person of color who had come to this camp with a shotgun, like, police brutality immediately. I just don't understand how that, like, I don't know if she was trying to depict like how disturbing it actually is, like the difference between what can happen between a white person and a person of color in that situation. I don't know if it was meant to be that way, but I was like, oh my god, this is like horrendous how like this is a white person just getting like, you're bad for bringing a shotgun around a bunch of kids. How dare you? Where if it was like a person of color, it would be like, down on the ground! Like immediate on it police brutality. And I was just like, what is going on? Is this on purpose? Is it supposed to bring this conversation? Because it didn't really feel that way, but maybe that's what she was going for. I don't know. Anyways, besides that, overall, just landing on a 2.5 or a 3. Probably a 2.5, just because it wasn't anything original or groundbreaking. It was just kind of like, okay. It was fun, and then it was just okay. And while I'm rambling, I will update you on what I'm reading currently, which is City of Ghosts by V. Schwab, or Victoria Schwab in this instance. This is her middle grade series, so this is the first in that, and I'm loving this. I am having a great time with this book. It's so cute. It's like mildly spooky and just like talks of ghosts or whatever. We have our main character Cassidy, and she had an instance where she drowned, and a boy like brought her out of the water, but turns out he's a ghost, and he like is her best friend, and she's the only one that can see him. But like their dynamic is so cute, and like at the beginning of the book, her parents let her know that they just got this TV show, and they are going to be going like all around the world to all of these different places and talking about the haunts and the ghosts of these places, and their first stop is Edinburgh. So this book takes place in Edinburgh, and the mood and the vibes are perfect, and because it's V.E. Schwab, the writing is absolutely stunning and picturesque, and you just feel like you're there, like down to the cobblestones and the castles. I want to be in this book right now. It was also like pouring rain on their first night there, and they were having fish and chips, and I was like, I want to be in this book right now. I want to be in this book. I also just like so love Cassidy as a main character. Her personality is just like so funny, sarcastic, a little quirky, a little weird, and then we have the dynamic between her and her best friend, and who is a ghost, but like it's just so cute. Anyways, I love it. I'm having a blast with this. I'm actually almost done with it. I am on part 4, and so I have like 80 pages left in this, so I'm actually gonna just sit here and probably plan on finishing this tonight, and then start The Whispering Pines tomorrow, which is the buddy read, so that way I can read that throughout the weekend. I wanted to save that for last. So yeah, that is my reading update. I'm gonna stop rambling now. I didn't mean for this all to be in like one clip, but that's just how the week's gone. So yeah, I will let you know my thoughts when I finish that, and update you on The Whispering Pines when I start that. Got back from the doctor's office. I had to recheck after my unexpected surgery. Things are looking up, which is good. I'm not out of the woods yet. Still have a bit of a recovery. I have to go back in a month. Anyways, I stopped at the grocery store on the way home because I needed some things, and I just happened to walk down the decor aisle, which I like never do in the grocery store. Normally I go to Trader Joe's, but I just needed to pick up like a few basic things. So I went to Stop and Shop, and are you kidding me? They have these little ceramic mushroom lights. There's like a little light on the inside. I've been wanting to find a mushroom, some sort of mushroom decor for my fantasy bookshelf, because I'm going for like a woodland themed over there, and I'm collecting them slowly as I find them. Is this not the most perfect addition? I love that it lights up too. Wait, oh my god. Did I need it? No. Do I love it? Yes! Oh my god, so cute. Okay, now we need to find a place for it. I think for now, it's just gonna go there. I might do some finagling around, but you know, he goes with Larry. That's Larry, in case you didn't know. So, I feel like it works well on this shelf with, like, the whimsy of it all. Again, it still looks a little, like, sparse, but we're filling in as we go. I don't want to have, like, a ton of knickknacks. I just want enough to, like, decorate it and have it look cute without being, like, overwhelming, because I'm gonna need room for more books eventually. But I love with like the door and him and the books on display. I don't know if I even showed you. I did get some of these display book display holders or whatever, so I have those going on over here as well, just to make things a little bit easier. But cute. Hello, I'm here to give you a little update on my reading progress. So I actually have finished both of these now. I didn't really vlog a ton over the weekend. It was just kind of a chill weekend. It was raining like literally all weekend. Like the vibes were perfect, let me tell you. I was here for it. Literally was like a downpouring and windy. We love to see it. But that just meant it was literally like I was a couch potato. There wasn't a whole lot to vlog other than me reading, so I didn't vlog a whole ton, so sorry about that, but also like I enjoy my weekend, so I'm not really that sorry about it. And I had a great time and a great end to this readathon, so let me catch you up. First, I finished City of Ghosts, and I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. I just love V. Schwab's writing and her ability to create visuals within her writing. I said this earlier, but like I'm gonna say it again. I felt like I just wanted to get in here. Like I could see everything that was happening. The vibes were immaculate, and her writing just has this like innate ability to just make you want to jump into the story, even though we are like dealing with ghosts. Like a haunting per se, and like a going into kind of like this other place, almost like the Upside Down. I didn't realize how much this book was like Stranger Things, or like gave Stranger Things vibes, until I started to really get into it. Like once we get into Edinburgh and she's going to all of these places, and we really get into like her going to this kind of like other place, they call it the Vale in this book, it was very much like the Upside Down, and I just was like having the time of my life. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Like I wasn't sure if this is really gonna fit like the whole haunting vibes, but it really does, because she can open up this Vale like wherever she goes, so really like everywhere she goes is a little bit haunted, and I just like freaking love it. And I just love Cassidy as a main character. She has kind of like a straightforward sarcastic personality while also being like really sweet and wholesome, and I just really enjoyed her. And I also just really enjoyed her relationship with Jacob, who is her best friend, who is a ghost, and like that comes in a little bit more into play like later in the story, and I just love where it went. And like the things she says about him are just so sweet, and I definitely want to continue in this series. Like yes, I know it's middle grade, but I don't care. It is so fun. It's spooky without being like overly spooky. It's cute. The cat in here, she has a cat named Grim, which I just love, and like even the cat has its own little like personality. I mean, not like he doesn't like talk in the book or whatever, but the way she describes him, I'm like, yes, I need that cat in my life. And I just love it. I had a blast. So giving this 4 stars. And then I read Whispering Pines, which again, giving 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. This gives major Stranger Things vibes. Like major. I know I already gave you like a little synopsis of what happens in this book, but we have Ray, whose father has disappeared, and she goes to this new town. She moves to this new town, and apparently in this town, Whispering Pines, it's like very known that new people don't last very long, and there's just a lot of people going missing and not coming back, and Ray can kind of relate because her father has gone missing and did not come back. She's convinced he's still alive. Her family doesn't really believe her, but she thinks he's still alive. But anyways, it's her like navigating this new town and this new friend group. And then we meet Caden, and Caden is, I just love him. He's like an outsider. His brother is one of the people who has gone missing, but everyone just suspects him of like murdering him. And there's this crazy rumor going on about him chopping up his brother and putting him in the walls or whatever. And very much like in City of Ghosts, where her parents are ghost hunters, kind of the same thing with his parents. They're known for being, you know, able to talk to ghosts or connect with otherworldly things, etc. And him and his brother are kind of following in the family footsteps. Also, I love that there was mention of like a book of shadows in here, and I was like, hello, Charmed. Hello, Charmed, I see you. And so it's kind of about how Ray and Caden come together to try to figure out what is going on in this town. And there's like something that they have to open to try to deal with this kind of thing, very much like The Upside Down, and I just had a great time with this. Again, very spooky, loved the characters. I love Ray and Kaden and their dynamic, and also the other friends that she kind of brings together, and they've kind of formed this group of like oddballs, very much like Stranger Things, and I love that. And I also love that this touched on talk of like mental health and that kind of thing, just because, you know, with this being a middle grade and it is for a young audience, I love when I see that representation in there, and very well talked about, so I really appreciate that. Also, like, talking about inclusion and things like that, I just think that it's so important, and it was really well done in here. So yeah, I'm giving this 4 stars. I had a blast. It was perfectly spooky and eerie and atmospheric, and the descriptions of fall were perfect. It was the perfect Stranger Things themed read. I'm so happy Liv picked this. Otherwise, I would have never probably heard of this book. So I'm so happy she picked it. This is the first in a series, and I do think I will pick up the next one, because while it doesn't leave you on like a cliffhanger, it kind of does. The epilogue does, at least with that. The regular story kind of wraps up, like it could be a series, it could be a standalone, but then the epilogue, just leaves it where you're like, I need to read the next one immediately. So I definitely think I will pick up the next one. And yeah, I'm so happy to have read this, and I'm so happy to have participated in this readathon. Did I think that I would get up to more this week? Yes, I did. But overall, it was actually kind of a chill week, as I was still kind of recovering from surgery. So I'm still happy with what I was able to accomplish. We had some wins, we had some losses, but that's okay. Overall, I had a blast, and I'm so happy that I caught this readathon this year. It is absolutely one that I will be participating in the future, because truly it was just so fun, and like honestly, it just makes me want to rewatch Stranger Things all again from the beginning. I was going to do that this week, or at least like start to rewatch it, but the week got away from me. There's just was not enough time. So I think I want to do that in the near future, because I miss it, and I don't think I can wait for as long as we have to for the next season. And plus, like, going back and seeing how little they were, stop. I actually have not rewatched it, so I definitely feel like it's time. It's definitely time.
With you and I, the future